Hello world. Alright. I was live a couple of minutes ago. My network seems dodgy tonight. So this might be difficult streaming, but I'm giving it one more shot and I'm going to keep an eye on the stream performance to see how it goes. I'm going to repeat my shtick from a few minutes ago because I'm not sure if it even was working at the time. But I'm at 188. The top 250 cut to a free token entry. This is rising though, and I'm afraid I'm going to get pushed out of the top 250 if I leave it sitting. And also I'm just enjoying the draft format and want to play some more. I usually stop once I hit the cutoff, and I may be within the cutoff, or if I just sat I would get there, but I kind of want to see if I can push for like a really high rank. My lifetime best was like 56 or something back in like Throne of Eldraine. I feel like I have an okay handle on this format, so I'm just going to go for it. If I would guess that what's going to happen is I'm going to drop in the... probably going to drop some in the rankings as I play, because win-lose, 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 you're going to taper off, but then when I get a good deck and go like 7-1 or 7-0, the streaks will put me pretty high up, and I'm trying to just peak up high, so... I'll probably drop over the course of this stream, but I'm starting at 188, and we'll see where it goes from there. And maybe I'll get a sweet deck and just get, like, top 50 or something. See what happens. But I think 56 is my all-time best, so... I'm going to try to top that. And I'm going to keep an eye on the stream performance, and if it looks like it's having issues, I'll do what I can. I'm going to get 17 lands pulled up because I'm still referencing it sometimes for the card data, although I'm getting kind of a feel for the format, I think. Every so often with some of the weird rares, I like to check them. I'm pretty sure the Stormbreed is better than most of the rares in the set, and I don't think Dragonfire Blade is bad, but I don't think it's great. Maybe it is bad. It's got a very low win rate. Stormbreed is amazing. I like this one too. I think that one's very good. But the Twin Maw is just so flexible. Like, the burn half is just a premium 2-mana removal spell, and the creature half is like a beautiful tempo swing finisher. So, it's like either half of this would be a very good card. And the hybrid is just wildly good, so... Slam dunk in that. It also fits in a lot of good decks. Mardu is probably the best tricolor combination, and it fits right into Mardu. And if you get into the like 5-color dragon shenanigans, it's really good there too. This is a big, big dragon. This is an A+ win rate, one of the best rares in the set. Or mythics. Insanely unbeatable card if you can cast it. There's also a Molten Breath in the pack. This is not a card you normally get past, ever. And I'm going to take it. It doesn't have white, so this is nudging me into the 5-color dragons madness, which is fine. Not 100% comfortable drafting that deck yet, but this is the time to do it, I guess. Alright, what do we got? I think Wingblade Disciple's pretty good. Not really leaning into the Jeskai thing, though. Not as big on these two. Frontline Rush is okay. I like Narset's Rebuke. I think that's like a solid removal spell that I've been pretty happy with. And I could also just take the Tranquil Cove or the Osseous Exhale. The strongest card is definitely the Disciple. I'm questioning whether it's at its best here or if I should take like one of these instead. I think it's enough better. I'm also tempted to take the Rebuke just because that's like guaranteed to be good, but I'll take this for now. It's the best card. It might be an awkward fit with the deck I'm going into, but we'll see. This Forecaster reads to me like an unplayable card, but it has a decent win rate, and I think it is a key part of the 5-color dragons deck that I'm probably getting pushed into here. So there's that. However, Dragon Sniper is just insane. Like, this is just 1 mana, make your opponent hate their life, basically. It's also Roamer's Routine, which is good for ramp and stuff. I'm going to continue just taking the best card. Alright, the Relic is good for fixing for the 5-color dragons deck. This is another card that at first read for me looks bad, but the stats say something different. There's also Dragonstorm Globe here. These both fix for the 5-color shenanigans. This is probably harder to get and a little stronger. It's a shame to pass a globe, though, because we want to be the one doing the 5-color dragon shenanigans, not anybody else at the table. This pack is bad. We could take the Dawnbreaker just because it's a dragon, but it's pretty bad. We could take one of these since we're probably core green, and we could just plop a defender. Jeskai Devotee is probably the most like reasonable card in the pack, and then Breaching Dragonstorm I don't think is really playable. I might just take the Devotee. There's really nothing in that pack that I'm happy to play. Alright. Piercing Exhale's Deece. Earthcarver's Deece. Oh, there's a Sibsig Appraiser. This is like the best common in the set. Yeah. There's also a Shock Brigade. I feel like this might be a below average. Either these packs are way above average, or the skill level of this set of people drafting is below average, because we're getting past a lot of good stuff kind of later than you expect to see it. I will take it. Here's an Osseous Exhale, which is a flexible removal spell. I see nothing else in this pack that I'm interested to play. Here's a Wayfarer. That fixes our colors. There's also an Unending Whisper. And a Serpent. I think I'm going to take the Wayfarer. It feels like I'm going to be core green here because of the Relic and the Sniper, both being good early plays. So we're probably going to be core green and then ramping into a lot of other stuff. Here is a Teamer Devotee. And an Ice Ridge Serpent. I'm going to take the Serpent. The Pair of Glory is a solid card in its deck, but we are far from playing that type of deck. I'm going to take the Serpent. The tempo hit, I've said a bunch in the past about this, but the bounce effects in this set are like extra good. Because there's a lot of big expensive things that are nice to just make them replay. There's also a lot of... there's some aura-based removal that you can just bounce things out of. Hey, I didn't sneeze in the microphone that time. Oh, wow, that's a late Unending Whisper. And I don't think I'm playing this. All right, that was a good pack one. Oh, there's a Dragonstorm. That is fantastic. Is this the best of the Dragonstorms? No. Second best. There's the card draw one I forgot about. Yeah, definitely going to take the Dragonstorm. I've got 2 good dragons, and I want to push into the 5-color dragon shenanigans. There's this, too. So I've really got 3 ways to put dragons in. And it's early enough I can try to push my way into getting more. I'm hoping to pick up a globe at some point. There's a monument. Fresh Start's a very good removal spell. I'm kind of green-blue. I'm like Teamer. But I might splash... I might be Teamer like splashing white. Right now. But there's a good chance I just end up in true 5 colors. Dispelling Exhale is very good, too. Fresh Start is easier to make good. Dispelling Exhale could become really good in this deck, but Fresh Start is just such a safe pick. Here's Sarkon. Good lord. There's also Sibsig Appraiser. Sibsig Appraiser has a higher win rate. There's also a Tri-Land, a Globe, and an Evolving Wilds. Oh, man. This is insane, actually. I want a lot of cards out of this pack. I hope to get Globes later than this. I'm going to take the Appraiser. It has a lower ceiling than Sarkon, but it's so consistent. It makes the deck a lot better just having those in there. And the Globe I would maybe rather have for the deck. But I think if I'm going to do the 5-color dragon thing, the Globes have to be coming a little later than like 2nd or 3rd pick. And if they're not, then I need to be getting in a different deck. And right now I'm in an okay place to just straight up play a Teamer big stuff deck. This is like the worst fixing land for us. Could take another Serpent or a Dragonclaw Strike. Take another Serpent. Here's a Mardu Monument. Sultai Devotee is an okay one. This is not the best deck for Mardu Monument, even though I like it. We could just straight up take the Teamer Fixer. Kind of between these two. I think Sultai Devotee is better in the abstract, but I have no black cards yet. Might regret this, but I'm gonna take the Teamer Devotee. This is a pretty bad pack. I don't see a lot here that I'm excited about. Maybe just a Snakeskin Veil to protect my big things once I play them. I've been pretty impressed with Snakeskin Veil. I'm curious what its win rate looks like. Solid. Look, this isn't even the best deck for it, but okay, I need to pick up some more dragons at some point. I'm not seeing as many as I was hoping to. Maybe that comes hand in hand with passing a Globe and a Sarkon, but, you know, it was in the same pack with stuff I wanted. Maybe just a Leopard here. Oh, I already had a Leopard. I should have taken the other thing. I don't like running multiple Leopards, but I think the first one's pretty good. I'll take a Riverwalk Technique again. Just good removal. I don't like any of these cards. I'll take the Black Dragon in case I just need more dragons. Once again, don't like any of this. All filler. There's so many leopards. It's raining leopards. Alright, I'm hoping the last pack hooks me up with like 2 more good dragons and a Globe. That would be glorious. But this could also just be a reasonably good Teamer deck all on its own. Yeah, Urani is so crazy. Obviously, no, it's a tall order to cast it. I should try to get some ramp too. Either like the green, either of the 2 green ramp spells. The 3-mana one with the flashback or the 4-mana storm one would be nice. Or a Globe. This pack has none of that. It's got a Sniper. Now that I've got 2 of these Snipers, I wish I had taken that Green Breath, because it's really good with the Death Touchers. This is a very bad pack. Almost everything in this pack. There's a couple of okay cards, not for her archetype. There's a Boulderborn Dragon for the... We didn't even end up taking that blue guy that fetches those. Just taking another Sniper, I guess. It's a very defensive deck. If we're going to go in the long game, we need to be replaying Storms, probably. The Sibsig Appraisers are good for going long. Having a bunch of removal and card draw is nice. We do have card draw and card draw, kind of. So maybe we're okay, but this deck is missing some pieces for sure. Probably the dragon here. But I'd also really like the fixing. I need to end up with some amount of fixing. Right now I've got Temur Devotee and Relic. That's not great. But I'm going to nab a dragon while I can, I think. Osseous Exhale's pretty good too. There's like 4 different things in this pack that I could see justifying taking, but... Alright. This feels like... we are not... There's a Molten Exhale. That's a really nice one. That or Constrictor Sage, because I've really liked the Constrictor Sage too. Yeah, the Molten Exhale has a better win rate and is cheaper and is removal, which we need more of. I think it's a pretty easy exhale. I have liked the Constrictor Sage a lot though. Also, we have 2 Ice Ridge Serpents already, which kind of fight for the same spot. Here's the Wildling. I like him. Synchronized Charge is good. Stormplane Detainment's good. Another Snakeskin Veil. Wrong color fixing. Frostcliff Siege I'm not excited about. I don't think it's bad, but I think I would rather have the 5-drop dragon. I really like both halves of this. This will also let us play almost completely blue-green with like splashes of the other colors. There's a nice blue-green fixing land. Decent. But we have 0 fixing lands, and this is our 2 core colors, so that'll be nice just for consistency. Especially because our fixers require that we already have blue or green to fix for other colors. Here's a white fixer, which I think I need to take. Also, everything else in this pack is pretty bad. I've definitely got white cards I want to be playing, so. There's more white fixing. Yeah. Alright, just getting all the lands right at the end. That's fine. Seriously, all the lands. Alright. All these packs are bad except for the lands, so. Wow, this last pack was so bad. Never got a Dragonstorm Globe. After that one that we saw early. I don't have ramp, really, is the other annoying thing. Temur Devotee, Leopard. I don't think I want to run a second Veil in this deck. But I don't think I want to play anything else in that pack either. There's a late Synchronized Charge. This is not the deck for it, but that's a strong card in general. I'll play it. This is a weird deck. I didn't end up with any ramp, which is annoying with Urani. I didn't get any globes or any of the 2 green ramp spells. I also didn't see them. I had one opportunity to take a globe like 3rd pick in the 2nd pack. And then never saw one again. I'm going to cut the Exhale even though it's good because I'm trying to minimize my white splash. How many actual dragons do I have? 4? Alright, 4 dragons is good enough to run the Dragonstorm. I will run a single plane since I can fetch it off the Wildling. So that ends up being 4 white sources, and this is a red card when we need it to be. So there's only 1 actual white card in the deck, and it's a 4-drop. So having 4 planes is fine for that. The Disciple's kind of good with like Snakeskin Veil, Unending Whisper. I like these 1-mana things. Fresh Start, cheap removal. Molten Exhale, obviously great. I'm a little dodgy on the Jeskai Devotee. This is the only red spell that is bad if you don't play it on time. This and this and this can all be late, so if it takes a while to find a red source, it's not the end of the world. We have 3 red sources right now. I'm assuming I can find either red or white for this. We're a little light on fixing. The relic also kind of counts as fixing for all the other colors if we are green enough. Same thing for the devotee. Oh yeah, Temur Devotee is a red source. So we have 3, 4, 5, and 6 ways to get red in the deck, which should be fine for the 3 red cards. There's also 4, 5, 6 white sources in the deck. So there's 6 red, 6 white for the like red-white hybrid. 1 actual white card, 2 actual red cards, one of which is an 8-drop. So I feel okay on the off colors. As for green-blue, though, we have 7 green sources right now, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue sources right now. That's not where I want to be. Maybe kind of like to have 8 of each because I have green fixing, blue fixing. I have 2 pieces of green fixing for other colors. So I really want to be running at least 8 green. So maybe I drop 1 mountain for a green. That's probably safer. That takes us down from 6 red sources to 5. But with only 3 red cards, one of which is an 8-drop, one of which can sometimes be cast for white, and one of which stays good in the late game. Hopefully that's fine. Lots of card draw in this deck, too. What's our creature count? I kind of have a lot of clunky stuff, and I really want to have enough creatures for the relic to be consistent. This is kind of a spell. I'm counting it as it, and this is an expensive spell. I've got the appraisers. This counts as a creature. These are creatures, and you are a creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Kind of 14, kind of 15. Partial creature. All right. We're realistically kind of like running 14 creatures, which isn't great. The curve is very strange. Well, it's not that strange, just very flat. I guess this is all okay. Scanning to see what I've left out. I don't think there's any cards in the sideboard that I should be playing. Osseous Exhale is good, but not if I'm splashing white. I don't have a ton of white, so it's going to be a little bit not consistent. I don't want to minimize that. Okay, this is probably the best it can be. This was like some half-assed attempt to get into the 5-color dragon deck that didn't quite get there, and so ended up halfway between just like a Temur big stuff deck and 5-color dragons deck. It's got a random Wingblade Disciple that I'm not sure will be at his best here, because I don't have a ton of ways to use the tokens. But I think he's good enough to just be playable on his own. Like, he's normally like a B+, or not a B+, like a B- maybe, but he'll be like a C- in this deck, and that's probably okay. Alright. Let's try it. Let me double check my land count, because I've been screwed over by that recently. Yeah, it's 17 like it's supposed to be. Alright. See what happens. Stream quality okay? Looks like it is. Everything stabilized now that I have reset the network. Seems like it helped. Microphone was turned down a little bit too. All right. See how it goes. It's a little nerve-wracking playing when you've already like made a cut because you can lose it, but I really just kind of want to see how high I can climb this season. I care more about playing the set more and learning it better than staying in the Mythic cut this time. Especially because the qualifier event is like modern. I'm not even that excited about playing modern. Or historic, not even modern. Well, this looks good to me. Got an early blocker, removal spell into Riverwalk, Ice Ridge Serpent. There's not too many things that screw over this hand. This deck is going to play some slow games. Let's say that much. I kind of wish we had some counter spells too. Any of the blue counter spells. This deck is like C+, maybe, I feel like. Not super thrilled about it. Oh, we're up against Mardu. This is going to be a challenge. So they're going to pressure us for sure. They just doing nothing? Yep, nothing. Alright. I would like to have Riverwalk technique up, because I feel like they're about to play something big, so... Although I am about to play the Serpent, so maybe I could have played the tapped land, but... What are they doing? Alright. I'm gonna play the Relic, because it ramps me up to playing the Stormbrew next turn if I want to. It's a little awkward. They didn't give me anything to bounce. And playing out a vanilla 3-3 at this stage of the game doesn't feel all that exciting either. I kind of wanted them to play something that I could... I'm gonna play the Relic. I guess I could have played the Relic with an untapped land and still had enough mana to cast Riverwalk, but it's alright. They're going to flash something? Nope. It is very weird that they have this many cards in hand and did nothing for 4 turns. That is unusual. Alright, these all have Menace. We're getting hit for 3. That's okay, we have a big speed bump coming. Did I just play out the Stormbrew? I mean, I guess gaining 5 life and playing a Giant Flyer against a Mardu deck is pretty good. Issue is, they probably have a lot of removal in their hand. And I would kind of rather they remove the Serpent. I don't want to rush things too much. But... what are they doing? They went so many turns without playing anything. That's what confuses me. I think they must have removal in their hand because I can't think of what else they could have in their hand that they would do nothing for 4 turns with all their colors. I'm going to hold off and kind of slowball it. This might be playing a little too scared, but I feel like they're going to do something busted, and I maybe want to save this as removal or just wait. They get the monument back. All right. Well. Oh. Oh, they're tapping that. I thought they were killing it. All right. So they still get to attack through our 2 blockers. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to just play out the big dragon, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should have done it last turn. But the gain 5 is a big tempo swing. I got to start pressuring them. I'm also flooding a bit. Drawing 8 lands in the top 13 cards. Yeah, see, they had the removal. That's why I didn't want to play that out first, but then I kind of ran out of other things to do. We're under a lot of pressure here. If I get a white land... Alright. I can relic out the Relic Dragon. Which would be nice. I'm going to hold a land in hand. I guess it's better to play it out because I could play a card draw spell and then want more mana. Conceivably. It's not likely. There's the monument. We're sort of running out of gas here. They double spell and tap one of my tokens. That's fine. I'm definitely going to Riverwalk the Butcher at start of combat, because we can't have that nonsense happening. Mardu Devotee is much better than I gave him credit for. It's actually a really good card. Oh. What are we detaining? Token, probably? Relic. Interesting. Alright, they're tapped out. I'll go ahead and send the Butcher away. Ugh. Man. Super flooded. Just gonna chill on our 3 blockers and hope to draw cards that do things. There's a lot of card draw in our deck, too. We managed to run out of gas by drawing 9 lands out of 15 cards. It's rough. Ugh. Frontline Rush is gonna hurt. Oh, they did the Goblin half main phase? Alright. Alright. I can't be trading for 1/1 tokens. Molten Exhale. Alright. That's going to do a good job slowing them down, but oh man, that monument's going to get me. Oh, I don't have a dragon, so I have to main phase this. They're going to have so many tokens coming. Just getting overrun here. I would love to draw that dragon now. Get back to Dragonstorm, replay it. This is absurdly bad. 11 damage coming in. Kind of want to... Yeah, I think I just have to block as many dorks as I can. Take 8. Thought about double blocking the bodyguard, but losing one of my blockers also isn't great. Oh no. Damn, this card's usually bad too. Alright, give me something big, Dak. Nope, dead. Brutal. Why do I stream? I only lose when I stream. Oh my god, that took me from like 185 to 366. So brutal. Alright. Well, now I get to draft a lot, because I might have to climb my way back up. Rough game. Biggest issue there was just drawing way too many lands. Like over half the cards I saw in that game were land. And I was just passing turns with nothing to do, basically. Got a fairly expensive deck, too. With a lot of cheap card draw. Can you imagine if I had drawn Ureni on the last turn there and just blown up his entire board and had protection from black and white? Oh dear, oh dear. I mean, I have 4 colors, and these are very good for catching up when you're behind. And I am on the draw, so I get to see some extra cards in the first, like, 2 turns. Ugh, this is super borderline. Of course it's a land. It's always a land. Oh my god, one of the few non-creature spells left in my deck. Alright. Cannot catch a break today. Can I draw one of those? That's what I want to draw. Ugh, I'm just maximum punished all the time, no matter what I do. Of course I draw no creatures. In 3 draws. I mean, at least these serpents are good at catching back up. I really need them not to play anything too chunky here. Unless I'm going to draw a creature or something. They do nothing. Alright, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Going to play a forest so that I can... I guess it doesn't matter. But I want to Snakeskin Veil this if it... Yeah. Actually, I don't want to. Wow. I've already got multiple blue sources. Getting a tapped land doesn't really help me. I think I want the forest. I've got lots of ways to spend an extra 1 or 2 mana on my turns, so playing a tapped land doesn't seem great. And I've got plenty of blue already, and I've got 1 white, which is all I need from white. I don't think the life gain is going to be all that relevant in this game either. The extra mana could be. Jeskai Monument. Man. They haven't even given me a good thing to Serpent. Neither of these decks has. Okay, that's a good thing to Serpent. I'm done complaining. Oh, nice. Alright. Got some stuff happening now. Serpent the Strike Master. Just set him back. Probably just trade... Do I want to trade these off or just leave it? I don't think it matters a lot, but I'll just wait. Maybe there's a world where Synchronized Charge can spread the tokens and it's better to have another body to target. Or if they remove my Serpent or something. So I'll leave both Appraisers on the board, I guess. I'll probably wait an extra turn to play the Stormbrood so that I can actually protect it this time. That would be nice. They're going to start making a lot of birds here. I think I'm okay with that, though. Ooh, Focus the Mind. Alright. They have infinite gas and they're making lots of tokens. Relic. Alright. That's another reason to keep the Appraiser alive, I guess. So there's a couple of ways I could go about this. I could just put a couple of counters. I think what I want to do is play the Relic. Put a couple of counters on the Serpent and just start beating with it. That'll be a 5/5. With Vigilance and Trample. And And if they want to block with everything, then they get very punished by Snakeskin Veil. If they don't, they take the damage, and now I have a choice. Do I kill the Disciple or just let it keep birding? It's actually a really tough call. I think I want to keep up the Stormbrew for something else, so I'm just going to chill. There's also a good chance that they, like, try to kill this with their own Stormbrood or something, or a Narset's Rebuke, and then I get to just Snakeskin Veil and absolutely ruin their day. So I'm going to kind of sit here on a 5/5 and bait them into doing something that's not good for them. Next turn, I might just keep stacking tokens on the Serpent until their Synchronized Charge is really good with Snakeskin Veil, as it turns out. Because you can just keep stacking, and then when they're finally like, okay, I need to deal with that thing, you get to just counter their removal and keep it. Which is kind of awesome. All right. There's a dragon. What to do here? I can see a lot of things. This gets vigilance, so I can tap the Appraiser to harmonize this. I'm going to make this thing huge. 7/7. I don't think they're going to have the guts to block this with everything. They don't. Okay. They take the damage. Now what? Now I kind of want to just kill something. Like the Disciple, maybe? Or the Strike Master with flying. Well, I guess I can't even play the Stormbrew the regular way with the Strike Master in play because it'll just kill it. Or it won't be great for me, so. Gonna kill the Strike Master because it also has the most power if they get desperate and end up blocking the Serpent. Gonna end the turn. Hold up Snakeskin Veil, so if they actually have a way to remove this, which will, at this point, probably be the 4-mana, whatever it is, tuck it back. Snakeskin Veil takes care of that. Unless they then have a counterspell to back it up, which would be very bad for me. The Cutter. Don't love that. Man, they're starting to have a lot of things. Oh, man. Alright, well, I called that. They have a lot of tokens now, though. They're at 8. Mm-hmm. They're chipping in for a lot in the air now. Alright, fresh start's pretty good. Fresh start deals with the Disciple at least. At this point, I probably pay 5. Bounce a token. attack with both of you? Just gotta get tokens out of the way so I can actually get damage in. Alright. I'm probably gonna fresh start on the Disciple if it looks like they're gonna double spell, because I can't let them get very many tokens going. Hopefully they don't come up with a way to remove my Serpent either, but it's a little annoying that fresh start leaves behind a blocker. Constrictor Sage. Don't love that. I'm gonna tap the 8/8, I guess. Yep. Alright, they're not double spelling this turn. Man, the Sage is a good blocker if I fresh start it too, which is annoying. I'm probably going to fresh start the Disciple. I think it's going to be the Disciple. This saves me life from this attack. And just lets me kill it outright. So it's one less blocker. And now I'm going to make the Relic Dragon. That burns something for 3. So that can just get the Appraiser out of the way, I guess. We're just whittling away their team slowly. The lifelink is nice. This gives them something they need to answer at least. And then we still have kind of 2 ways to remove blockers, which gives us a pretty good chance of being able to swing in for a chunk. And most of the removal they could have for the Serpent at this point is either enchantment based, which I can get rid of with this and then get another trigger off it, which would be nice, or it tucks it on top and then I get to replay it. So there's not many ways that answer the Serpent elegantly. So this 8/8's just a problem for them. And we've kind of taken them off the tempo game unless they really storm off and do some crazy stuff with the cutter. And they're still staring down this life linker, so they're going to have to spend some amount of resources getting rid of that before they can even, like... They kind of got 2 unbeatable creatures that they have to get rid of both of them. They've got one thing they can't race, and they've got one thing that they can't, like, match with attackers. Alright, you draw a card. Twin Bolt. That does nothing. Twin Bolt is so bad in this format. This is like a card that's almost always good in, like, most ways of drafting that you can imagine. And somehow it manages to just be awful in this format. The Leopard kills the Cutter. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, I just swing with the 2 big things and punish them no matter how they block. I don't even need to tap a blocker because I've got Riverwalk technique, so if they play a combat trick... They have no good blocks to begin with, and if they somehow assemble a combat trick, I get to just counter it. Alright. Sounds good. Now I get to play the Leopard and then not even have to... Got 5 mana left. I get to play the Leopard and I don't even have to kill the Cutter until it looks like it's going to do something. Like if they play a single big spell, I don't even have to kill the Cutter. I can just keep the Leopard. But if it looks like they're about to storm into something, like they play a Narset's Rebuke or something, then I just blow it up with the Leopard. Alright. Oh, they just moused over their cutter. They're double spelling for sure. Alright. I am going to just blow up the cutter. If they have an instant here... Oh yeah, they're going to just twin bolt something to get a token. Riverwalk technique. Well, friend... Definitely countering that. Well, I let them get a monk token. I guess I could have avoided that. But whatever. Now they're still staring down an 8-8 and a 4-4 lifelink flying. I don't love that they managed to get rid of my Riverwalk technique. Oh man, that's annoying for them to win through as well. This is a 2-4. They have 9 power total here. Kind of want to tap the Constrictor Sage because I don't want them blocking with it. But playing another flyer probably just wins the game on its own anyway, so... Just gonna do that. Gonna do that. Gonna do that. Now they can't even use the Jeskai Dragon to like haste in. Well, they couldn't do that anyway because the Island Dragon blocks it. Maybe holding the Sniper in hand would have been better because it doesn't really do anything here. But whatever. Alright. Just gonna swing with the 2 flyers. They didn't sack their monument, so I assume they have a plan for dealing with this. Yes. I was having a hard time thinking what they might be doing, but that makes sense. Now they'll sack the monument to make a couple of birds to chump block an extra turn. Just hoping they don't have some insane bomb in their deck that totally flips the game like a Urani or a Jeskai Revelation or... Jeskai Revelation would absolutely win this game. So I don't love them drawing a bunch of cards, because if they have a bomb in their deck that could save them, they're going to find it at this rate. Thing is, even if they somehow stop the flyers, they're a little bit in danger of decking just because I have so many good blockers left over. And I'm at 26 life, and they're at 8 cards in deck, but we'll see what they do. I feel like they probably have to spend 4 mana on birds. Yeah. They do. That leaves them 4 to work with. I'm a little bit wondering if they're going to like sacrifice the Constrictor Sage just to renew it at some point. I don't know. That does basically nothing. Oh, hello. Oh, Lord. Alright. Yeah, 1. Don't make me do the math. It's probably over anyway. Up against number 1391, the Pasta Pirate. This is an okay hand. I mean, it really needs a green source, but the Molten Exhale will stop most aggressive starts. There's a green source. Still going to play the tapped land first. I guess I could have played the Sniper, actually. Yeah, maybe I should have played Sniper in a Relic. That was dumb. Oh, well, it worked out, because I really want to kill that thing anyway. That is a card that I have learned you just cannot let stand. It adds up to too much. Don't like the Leopard either. This is annoying. I could play the Wayfarer and grow it instead of drawing a land. And just trade it off. I don't really want to take a hit from the Leopard and let it attack twice and do its thing twice. Maybe I play the Relic and then next turn I can... Sniper Riverwalk. I'm gonna do that. I don't know. All my options are awkward. Oh, they get their guy back? That's annoying too. Alright. Yeah, I don't love getting hit here. I guess they probably cast a second spell to tap this. Ooh. Damn, damn, damn. That is annoying. I could just counter target non-creature spell. Keep this thing alive. It's still getting tapped though, and then I take a lot of damage. I'm going to tuck this away and let the spell resolve. Kind of hate this whole situation. I could have just countered the removal spell and kept the sniper alive, but... the sniper ends up tapped and I take like 7 damage this turn. That's a lot coming in. Not sure. Let's play out a Wayfarer. Oof. Oh, come on! All the bombs in the graveyard. Alright. Just gonna play Synchronized Charge to make this guy into a decent blocker. If they try to remove it, I'll tap one of their things just so I don't get hit for as much. Devoted Duelist is probably not that much of a problem. I feel like they're running low on gas. I'm definitely taking a lot of damage. Oh no. Why do you gotta be like this? I take 1. They're gonna tap that, so I might as well just tap the 3 power guy and draw. This is getting rough. There's another Dragon Sniper. I'm taking a lot of damage. Holy crap. These Mardu decks are just running me ragged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8. I've got blue, green, red, white, black. Okay. I'm very close to being able to make the Relic Dragon. Pay 5 here. Decline. This can block the 1/3 and survive if I put a token on it, and if I make it a 4/4, it can block anything and survive. If I make this one a 4/4, so I think I spread the tokens here just to make for maximal good blockers. But oh man, this is getting dicey. I just need them to not top deck a removal spell or something. All right, sweet. About to get him with the Relic. Um... Deal 3. Do I care more about the bolt caster or the sharpshooter? Sharpshooter's a lot better if they start making tokens, but right now it's doing less. Sharpshooter also blocks the flyer. But if they tap one of these, I would much rather get hit by the sharpshooter than the bolt caster, so I'm just going to blow up the bolt caster. Oh, that gains me life off of the deal 3 as well. I forgot about that. That's really good. Man, this relic is much better than I gave it credit for a long time. The fact that the deal 3, that it deals 3 on enter and gains you 3 life really rewards you for getting there with it. I'm at 186. Close to being... If I win the next game, then I'm past my previous rank that I started at, so that's good. I'm not plummeting. Seems like you move up and down a lot each win or loss. It's very swingy. Distracted for a second. It's just messing with something on the overlay. Alright. What do we got? Okay. Yeah, this looks great. Man, turn 1 sniper into a snakeskin veil if they try to get it out of the way. It's pretty beautiful. It's got vigilance too, which is so obnoxious. Could be super aggressive and snakeskin veil it just for the power, but that seems ambitious. These games tend to be long and grindy. I'm not really in a rush. And I've got some absolute game enders in the deck. Alright, looks like we're up against Teamer. It's a mirror match here. I'm not going to cycle the dragon. I'll hang on to it. Alright. Got our colors. Hitting them for 1 again. Just chilling out. Hate it a lot. Wish I was doing more damage to them. It's the kind of card that really keeps them in this. They also keep gaining life off these tapped lands, so they're not even falling behind, really. Still gonna keep the snakeskin veil, though. Alright. I have nothing to do. This game might just go long and end with like a relic or a Urani or something, but that's alright. I've still got fresh start snakeskin veil up. They have their own dragon sniper. Alright. You know... Man, they are drawing so many cards. I kind of want to fresh start that. I guess I'll hold off. I don't know what finishers they have in their deck, but my deck has a Urani, so... If this game wants to run long, it can run long. Maybe I fresh start that if I'm going to be playing like an Island Dragon. But let's wait and see if they play something busted. I don't care if they hit us for 1. They are hitting us for 1. That's fine. We can just punch each other a lot. I don't want to lose a sniper. Evidently you do, but they don't do anything. Oh. Nice. Alright, This is going to get countered. But I'll play it anyway. They're sitting on 7 cards. I'm shocked that resolved. They're sitting on 7 cards with blue untapped. All their mana. They had the option of monument and didn't. Oh, that cost 6. But they're sitting on 5 mana, not casting things. I do want to keep the sniper. Because now that with Dragonstorm, knowing that I have Urani in the deck. Okay, that's pretty sick. That is a reason for them to want to trade off the sniper, so I guess that makes sense. Ooh, Serpent. Serpent doesn't do a lot, though. I'm going to play this now. Keeping up Snakeskin Veil. They can attack with the big thing, and I will trade the sniper forward. If they try to get the sniper out of the way to prevent that, then I will Snakeskin Veil to save it. Molten Exhale, huh? You know what? This gets Snakeskin Veil because now it'll be a 5/5 and can trade with the Guardian. So this is kind of a 2-for-1. I should have made them pay the ward first. Whoops. Wow. They're going to just attack into this? I'll let them trample. I don't care about the trample damage. I care about having a 5/5 ward 2 still in play. Yeah. That 2 mana ended up mattering a lot. I misplayed there by passing over a window, but it's alright. They are in major tempo trouble now, though. Because the Serpent is going to knock their blocker out of play. Yeah, this is disgusting. They're in a lot of trouble. I guess I just play out the relic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 1 land. Yeah, if I draw a land next turn, I can immediately pop this. All that does is hit a land, right? They're drawing cards. Alright, that does slow me down slightly, but I'm not too worried about it. I've got 2 green, 2 blue, a red, a white. I don't think it really matters. I guess I get an island. Alright, I fresh start the sniper. Play an island. Swing with the whole team. Ooh, do they have a combat trick? Looks like they do. So they're going to eat the dragon. That's rough. This thing doesn't have vigilance, though. So they're getting buried a bit. And the relic gets to burn the Hellkite to death if it blocks anything, because then that puts it 3 away. They're drawing cards. They only have 5 mana to work with here. Let's see what they do. I guess they probably make an elephant with the monument. Unless they have like a bomb in their hand, which they might. They've seen a lot of cards. We always have Urani as an out at this point, too. There's a lot of Sipsic Appraisers in the deck that could dig us to him. Got like 3 different card draw spells, a Urani. Got a lot of good top decks. Oof. That's rough. That's the kind of thing they needed. Because now they get to play 2 things in the same turn. I can help them stabilize for sure. Yeah, this is rough. Ugh! And a 1-drop that kills anything. Man, these dragon snipers. Ugh! Frickin' misery. I think I relic, kill the tawny back, and swing with all 4 of these stupid things. Put him down to 3. Oh, I have to tap one of my own tokens to do it. That's annoying too. Man. Because I don't have black mana without tapping my own token. Alright. Deal 3. I kind of think... Yeah. It's gotta be the tawny back, I guess. Do I attack with 3? Because then I lose 1. But I trade off for the sniper and deal 2. I go to 5. Maybe, yeah. That's probably okay. I like getting rid of the sniper this turn by kind of forcing the block. Gonna play the planes. Man. They're hanging in there more than I would like. Another tawny back, man. They've churned through their whole deck. Ugh. Okay. That doesn't kill the 4/4. They gain life. Alright, we're playing the long game at this point. They're basically going to draw their whole deck. They are 12 cards deeper in their deck than I am. Just insanity. Ugh. Come on, Forest. That is really annoying. Oh, they've got their own relic. At least the relic... Yeah. They tapped their flyer. That's a little weird. They're gaining a bunch of life, though. Oh, there we go. They're tapped out. They're tapped out. Oh, my God. I love this card. How much is it? The number of lands you control. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 5... 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 1 to this, so that if they block a token, it dies. Oh, it's such a beating. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, that card is unbeatable. There's 153. Might stop here for now. I don't know. Because 153 probably safely qualifies for the 250 cutoff. Because I don't think it's going to decay me past 250 in 10 days. I think I'm going to stop there and keep an eye on it. And if I need to, I can play more games with the good deck to push back up to the cutoff, so probably gonna... Because this is definitely an above rate deck. So then if I'm like, if my rating is decaying to the point where I'm worried about slipping outside of the top 250, I can just come back and play a couple of games with the deck to try to bump back in. So probably going to leave it there. If you've been watching, thanks for tuning in. It's been a roller coaster, but I like where my rating is at for now. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of this set. Also, after the month ends, when May starts and it bumps me down to Platinum or whatever, I'm going to grind my way back up to Mythic again. So I'll be streaming all that. I'm going to do just a ton of drafting of this set because it seems good. It's fun to play. I feel like I have a pretty good handle on it. So I'm just going to keep pushing. Maybe get Mythic multiple times. I may... Since I'm probably going to qualify for a historic event at this point, I'll probably start practicing some historic. Maybe I can get the double Mythic achievement where you Mythic and Constructed Unlimited the same month. That would be a cool one. So I'll probably look at the historic meta, put a deck together, and start trying to grind my way up. Just playing one of the popular decks.